Yeah, make a list.
You did make a list.
This is like brief.
Alright. It's recording.
Guys, we're back. Episode 9.
Episode 9. The whole crew is in here.
The whole crew, like
But
the
we
whole
still
crew
here.
is gone.
You know what I'm saying? No. Oh my god. Okay, we got a special guest though.
Yeah, we do. You want to introduce yourself or you want us to?
You just talk.
Hey, I'm Dai.
This is our
How's everybody's weekend? How was it?
My weekend, it's still going. I have an essay to turn in tonight.
Me too.
Other than that,
I
like,
ain't do nothing.
I had fun yesterday. I had a little party at my house, and I got kind of out of control. Not everybody else. Everybody else was great, but yeah, it was fun. How I'm feeling right now isn't that fun, but
Any
Party at Dai
anybody
house
got any
tonight.
news or anything they want to know?
I got a new job. I work at Target for the Waterburger.
I had a new job.
I sell oils.
Like Waterburger.
The show sound kind
Is
of
this
like
one?
dead right now. But make sure y'all shop the Alexander brand. I sell shea butter, oils, essential oils, roll-on body oils, incense.
You sell everything?
Yeah, everything. Literally. I'm pulling up all my
What you
customers,
did?
too. Every single one. Today I'm pulling up everybody.
Elisha got a new phone. He got the iPhone 11.
iPhone
Bravo.
11 game.
Alright, bro. You
oh wow,
know
I have an XS Max. I feel poor.
Okay. You can, my XR.
Sorry, I don't speak wealthy.
I went to Stomp. I'm just this last night.
How was
Let's not speak on Stompfest, actually.
Why not?
It was
Problematic.
You was there?
It was the first one was better than the second one.
Anyways, y'all.
Was that Friday? And then Saturday?
No, it was last year.
Oh, last year. Okay. So it's only one day?
They was giving the base center was giving everybody hell. They made me shut my shop down.
Okay.
It's because you ain't have your license or...
No,
It's the vendor.
the
They didn't want to
vendors
give them
they weren't making no
percentage.
money from us.
Anyways, y'all.
Was Hard Davis there?
No, he was the host. He didn't even show up. Oh, wait, you weren't in the United Group chat.
That's tough.
That's Manny Fresh was there though.
Ooh.
You should march in, bro. Your voice stupid. Oh, you know. Damn, wow.
So-
Okay. Anyways.
Episode 9.
You got
Angie, take it away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, Dai.
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about you. In the flesh. That's me.
Eli wanted to address how you hid your pregnancy.
Yo,
9
yo,
months.
let's not go that far yet.
Hey, you gotta know her first.
Dang, why I can't ask
Where's
the
she
questions?
from?
You
Early
asked-
life?
I'm 18. I'm from Pensacola. I don't know. My early life was, I had a good childhood. Like, my mom was really stable. Me and my brothers, like, I have 5 brothers and sisters, but it's like 3 of us are old and the other 3 are young. So like, me, Ty, and Joyce, we like grown. But I don't know. Y'all might not know, but like my brother Joyce, he passed away, and so it was like that was probably the like biggest bump in my life ever. Like even bigger than being like pregnant as a teenager. Like, and the way it happened was like even worse because he was murdered by one of our close friends that like we grew up with for like 12 years. So like
Wow.
yeah, it made it even more personal. And on top of that, the guy who murdered him like is not in jail. Like he's free.
Why didn't they?
He turned himself in, yet he was proven not guilty. So like he spent a year in jail until the trial, and then the jury proved him not guilty. Cause like basically his lawyer, like, they presented him as like a little white boy scared for his life, like not trying to
Oh,
go
that
white.
was
He
that
was white?
situation. He was white.
He was white?
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, bitch, what the fuck?
So, like, what was the situation, if you don't mind?
Oh, I don't mind. Basically, we were all friends. Like, we had a lot of friends because we grew up like in a kid neighborhood. So like a lot of kids were around, and we all grew up together. So my oldest brother, he's 21 now, but at the time he was like, I want to say like 19. He was 19. No, he was 20. Yeah, and Gideon, the person who murdered my brother, he was 19, and they got an apartment together. They ended up living together, paying bills together. Gideon got a girlfriend who was 17 at the time, and she was from Alabama. So like, they would argue all the time, like beat each other up and like call the police on each other and stuff. And like my brother, like basically presented it to his homeboy as like, y'all are being so problematic. Like, just chill out with all the fighting girls and stuff like that. So, boom, boom. Gideon ended up moving out because he's like, oh, you're taking her side over mine, blah, blah, blah. And it got to the point where, okay, now my brother was stuck with all the bills by himself. You know, those apartments by UW, they're like high.
Yeah, they're expensive.
So he was like stuck with all the bills. So like my mom and Julius, my second oldest brother, he would like, they helped him with his rent one time. And so like they were like, okay, well, we need our money back from Gideon because we paid his half, you know? And then I guess it just became like more and more problematic from there. They all linked up at one of their homeboys' house, and like as soon as my brothers walked through the door, like he just started shooting. Like no words exchanged, like no fight, no issue, no nothing. Like it was just like door open, bah, bah, bah. So then,
So, like, was it intentional?
yeah, like he killed them on purpose. Like he emptied the clip on my brother. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, and it was my brother and another one of our close family friends who like passed.
So they both passed?
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, he was proven not guilty. So my mom, she's been like working really hard to like appeal it because it's a lot of underlying things that when that happened that was like unjust. Like the judge that he had convicted like criminals in my family, not criminals, like
so it's
it was like, yeah, it was like a conflict of interest, and the trial shouldn't have even been in Escambia County because like his dad is like an Escambia County politician.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I see how you got off.
Mayor of Century. So like
Damn.
it was just a lot of stuff that we found out after the trial. So we, like my mom, she's trying to like appeal it because it wasn't like
It's not
rightfully tried. It was just like bogus.
Is it Gideon anymore?
Yeah, she's been like talking to people in Tallahassee and like other states and stuff. So she's been getting somewhere, but like still, people, nobody really wants to like go up against like a system that's
Yeah,
so
he's
like
dealing with a corrupt
intertwined
system. They
and
don't-
like deeply corrupted, you know.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah, I've been I kind of went through that with some doctors.
Yeah,
My
it's
grandma.
ridiculous. Like how the people who are supposed to like protect and serve you are
Right,
just
yes, yes.
looking out for themselves, like worried about their own benefit. It's crazy. But yeah, other than that, like after my brother passed and then like a month later my granny passed, and she lived with us for like years after my grandpa passed. So like it was just like I saw my mom like she was just taking like hit after hit, and she was still like being a mom, you know, because it was 6 of us and then it went to 5, and then like my granny passed, so my grandma, she was like a big help. So then like my mom just like took it all on her back like a soldier, and obviously I was there, like I'm the oldest girl, so I would like help get my sisters dressed and get them out to school and stuff like that because they're beyond like elementary school. So
I know that's tough.
That's tough. Well, I hope that all
yeah.
evens out. I know how it is dealing with
And you be so positive too.
Yeah, like after that point, it was just like either I'm gonna drown in this or I'm gonna just like
Prevail.
yeah, just do what I need to do to like have a good life. Cause stuff like that, it's either you go left or you go right. So people take it two different ways. Like extreme grief like that, like it can make you spiral, like for real. Like I transferred schools because it was like so hard for me to go to school anymore because me and my brother, we were a year apart. I was a junior and he was a senior when he passed. So like we went to school together. Like we had classes like right near each other and stuff like that. So my mom just like switched my schools because it was a lot. And then I just didn't, once I switched to Escambia, like I went like once every 2 weeks. It was so bad. I had like 40 absences. But yeah, after that, I just was like, over the summer after that, I found out I was pregnant. So then I just like went to school every day my senior year.
Did you want to be pregnant?
Like, I don't know, like nobody wants to be pregnant if it's not planned, you know what I mean? Like, I know women, like, they plan their pregnancies and like, let's try for a baby, but that was never me. Like, I never even wanted kids. Like, I thought I was more of like an auntie type of girl, you know what I mean? Like, the cute auntie who like travels all the time, so successful. But like, I was like the last person anybody would ever guess would be pregnant because I'm so like smart. I'm like the type of person who's like will correct you or anything you say or like just drop facts on you out of nowhere. So people thought like, dang, good girl, like so smart.
But I mean, I guess
with a baby, like.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of people feel like once you have a baby, it takes away from how successful you. I don't feel like that because I mean, you moved out to people's house, right?
Yeah, I literally right after I graduated, I got my own place. So
that's what I'm saying. People like to take that away from moms.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just some people when they have a baby, they just not as motivated as they were.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on that person.
Some girls, I'm not gonna say most, because lots of girls that I know now who are teen moms, they're like doing the damn thing. But like the generation of teen moms before us, they were like granny's babies. Like they would leave their kids with their moms and like still try to, oh, but I'm young, I'm still trying to live my life. I'm like still trying to figure things out. But once you become a mom, it's like you can still be a young, fun person. Like,
the children are your priority, though.
Yeah, you just have to make sure your kids are straight first. Like, I have my own place, so if I want to hang out with my girls, I'm like, come over and hang out with me. And my son can be there, and all my friends love him. Like, all his dad's friends love him. So, like, nobody's like, oh my God, you have your baby around all the time. Like, you can't do anything. So but, like, he's just a chill kid. Like, I don't know. He grew up so fast. Like, he started like crawling early and started sitting up too early and like started on his own bottle too early, and like he's just a grown man in a baby body, literally.
That's a kid.
He's about to be 9 months on the 14th. You know, he was born on Valentine's Day, so I don't know.
How was the process of you hiding it?
Was your intentions, was it to hide the child, or was it just?
It wasn't even like, okay, I can't ever tell anybody I'm pregnant. Like, I don't want anybody to know. It was more of like this is our business. We just need to figure it out.
Right.
Because at first, like, to be honest, I thought I couldn't get pregnant. Like, I don't know why I thought I couldn't get pregnant, but like, I was like undefeated, you know?
Sometimes that's how it feels. Like,
I was thinking like, you know what? I probably just can't even have kids. And then like, one day, I just took a pregnancy test because I had my period and like stuff, other issues and stuff like that. So after that, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna just take this pregnancy test as like you're definitely not pregnant, so chill type thing. And then it ended up positive. So
so I can ask you, when you did find out you were pregnant, did you ever consider taking another route because you were so young?
Like, I feel like a surge of like adrenaline went through me, and so like every possibility I was thinking of, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, I even considered like adoption, abortion, all that, but like for a split second. You know what I mean? It was not like something I had to think over for weeks and weeks like other people were like. Because I was just like, I mean, it's a baby. Like,
Were you scared?
oh, yes. Like, my oldest brother, we're really close still, but like, before my brother passed away, like, we were like the Three Musketeers. Like, we shared friends, everything. Like, we did everything together. So after that, me and my oldest brother, we kind of like drifted apart a little bit because I guess like Joyce was kind of like our link, like our balance. Yeah. But he was the first person I told I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant, and me and my son's dad, like, we just, I don't know, talked about it for a few days, and I was like, I'm gonna tell Ty. So I told my oldest brother, and he was just like, I'm just thinking like whatever he says to me is how I'm gonna feel about this, because like,
He's your older brother.
Yeah. And he was just like, whoa, are you for real? Oh my God, I'm gonna have a nephew. Like, he was like so cool about it. I thought he was gonna be like, oh my God, he got you pregnant. Are you pregnant? You know how like brothers are.
Yeah.
But he was cool about it. And he was like, are you gonna tell mom? And I was like, just let me do it. You don't do it. So I was contemplating not telling her for a while, but then we ended up getting into like a little argument. And like, she had said something that triggered me, and I just like started crying. And I'm like, well, I'm just so stressed out because I'm pregnant and I'm gonna have a baby. And she's like her whole like mood dropped. She's like, you're pregnant?
Was she happy?
Yeah, but it's just like, I feel like if circumstances were different to where she hadn't lost a child, she wouldn't have been happy. Like, she would have been like,
I
oh, you brought a baby in my house? Like, I expected her to like go ham on me, because she's that type of mom. Like, oh, you going off with that boy, don't bring a baby back here. So she was like super happy though. She's like, I know it's a boy. Like, oh my gosh. She was, my son's dad, he lost a brother too, but when he was young, like his brother was a baby when he passed. So both of our moms had kind of the same reaction, like, oh, it's my son coming back through, you know what I mean? Like, I lost a son and now y'all are having a son. So it's just like,
Damn.
That's dope.
Mhm.
Dang, that's good, yeah.
but
Are y'all still together?
no, but we live together. I know. We were broken up when we got the place together too. Like, we just wanted to do like what's best for Cupid, like my son.
Like co-parenting.
Yeah, and like we're cool. We're like close. We're good friends. Like, we bump heads obviously, but who doesn't? You know, anybody you live with, you're gonna bump heads with. So just gotta take that stuff into consideration and charge for it.
I mean, that's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
really
that's
good.
rare.
Yeah,
but I
People
feel
this
like-
at our age.
I feel like it probably has to do with your personality too. I feel
yeah.
like
I'm an It's the only thing is that like I'm an optimist. Like, I look at everything as an opportunity to grow and like I try not to focus on negative energy at all ever. But my son's dad, he's like a pessimistic realist. So he looks at everything very logical and like he's so blunt to where he's gonna tell you
It is what
that's
it
not
is.
gonna work out.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of person who's like, well, that can work out. Just put your mind to it and keep going, you know? And he's just like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. That's not gonna work out. Think about it. Or, oh, this is gonna happen. And I'm just like, don't be so negative. And he's like, I'm not being negative. I'm just being real. Like, no. That's where we bump heads a lot, because I'm the type of person that's like, he can do it. You got it. And he's just like, I don't think you got it. Let it go.
I mean, that's not. I'm realistic. It's like if for a fact I know it's not gonna work out, I wouldn't even.
I think with that though, you gotta find a balance, because it's not like wrong with either side for him to be like logical and you being more optimistic. It's like you gotta have, it's like your mind and your heart. Like,
At the end of the day, you just have to pretty much use your brain to like.
See those
You can
signs.
have faith and stuff like that, but you just have to like, okay, well, you can have all the faith you want, but you're not gonna grow a money tree. You know what I mean? Like, gotta just be realistic to an extent. Yeah. So after the summer was over, I contemplated like going to finishing high school at PSC or like homeschooling or something, because like with me being pregnant, my biggest issue still is like I hate being judged by other people. You know what I mean? So when I got pregnant, I was just like, oh, everybody's about to talk about me. Like, because I was like the perfectionist in school and like that girl who like answered all the questions, corrected the teacher and like stuff like that. So
Is that why you hit it?
I feel like subconsciously that's why I hit it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't
In fear of
doing
being
it.
judged.
Yeah, like I wasn't doing it blatantly, like just to do it, but I feel like subliminally in my head, it was like that was probably one of the reasons why I just never told anybody. Like I was so scared of being like that girl. Oh my gosh, she's pregnant. Like yeah, da da da. And then like people are mean. Like they'll start rumors like, oh, I heard that's not even her baby daddy and like stuff like that. Cause problems.
Let's say that for later now. That's a lot.
You just gotta go off social media.
They'll just like cause problems on the home front that weren't even there or even up for discussion. So me and my son's dad, we just told like our small circle of friends.
But I feel like that worked out well for y'all because a lot of people like as soon as they get pregnant, it's out and open.
Yeah, and you see how like just on Facebook, like all these girls were posting like their ultrasounds and stuff, and then people will send slick shots like, oh, all these young moms, like y'all are ruining y'all's lives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just saw a post by this girl. She's still in high school. She's like a junior in high school, and she made a post like she shared a post that was like something about teen pregnancy. I guess like it crutches the mom,
teen pregnancies, and then the
grandparents. The grandparents,
yeah.
like it crutches the grandparents of the child. You know what I mean? Like a teen mom uses their parents. It's like basically, if I was I am a parent, but like if I was an older woman and I had a teen daughter and she had a baby, it's like she's basically putting another baby on me, type of thing. So the girl, like she shared the post and was like, I would never have a baby young because that's gonna make you so unsuccessful.
You gotta be careful what you say.
Teen moms are like just saying harsh, like inconsiderate stuff. And a lot of us teen moms today, like in Pensacola, even like there's still girls who are like graduated school. Like I graduated from high school, 3.7 GPA. Like I made straight A's my senior year, and I was pregnant.
That's dope.
See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's like a negative stigma against teen moms, which is so. I feel like I understand it, but at the same, cause like the majority and all. But I feel like there are some moms out here that still get shit done.
And people our age, they automatically assume like when a girl gets pregnant, they wanted to be pregnant by that boy. Like
you was trying to trap him.
Yeah, like I was in a relationship with my son's dad for 2 years before I got pregnant. So like people look at our situation as like they were just trying to keep each other in their lives. You know what I mean? But that wasn't even the case. Like we definitely, I didn't plan it. I didn't even want kids. Like I barely wanted, like I kind of pictured myself as like one of those single business women who like was the top of her business and like a CEO type person. But either way, like people automatically assume that, oh, teen mom's this and teen mom's that. But at the end of the day, it's like nobody wants to be pregnant. They're like, you could have just used a condom. Like
I use this condom. No, I'm fine.
Not even that, but like you know how relationships go. Like you start off using condoms and then
it's like,
don't. Like
that's what I'm saying. Everybody be acting like it's such.
They're so careful. Like we're all doing the same thing. The point is that I got pregnant and you didn't. Yeah. And they'll say like you could have used birth control. You could have used condoms. There's ways to prevent pregnancy. I hate when girls say it wasn't planned. Like oh, pregnancy's so avoidable, but that's not even the case. When you find out that you're pregnant, a person like me, I'm not just gonna be like, I'm young, I have a whole life to live, let me go get an abortion. Like, not bashing girls who have gotten abortions or do, but that's just not me. Like, I could never consider killing something that I created, you know? Whether I did it out of love or not, you know?
So are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Oh, sure.
I'm pro-choice. Like, you do what you want, just don't try to force it on me. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, you can be anything you want. Like, I support the LGBTQ community, all that, because it's like, you be you, you do you, but just don't try to, once it gets to the point where it's rubbing off to where it's like everybody should get abortions if you're not ready, or everybody should experience being like gay. You know what I mean?
So like how
cancel culture.
No, like how they're doing a little tampon pad thing.
Yeah, like taking the female sign off the tampons and stuff because
do you agree with that?
Women who changed into men aren't women.
Hold up, so they can pause. So they can bleed?
Yeah, so if they get their titties, they can get their titties removed but still have a vagina.
Like if I was I'm a girl, so if I was to want to transition into a man, I would still get periods.
So they can bleed now?
Identify as a man.
Yeah. If I wanted to identify as a man looking like this, I can.
Yeah, so I could be like, I'm not a female, so why am I using this with a female sign on it?
What?
But you still
that's going too far.
I feel like I don't agree with that. Yeah,
I feel like it's irrelevant because honestly, I've been using pads and tampons since I was like 12 years old, and I never even noticed the female signs on it. And I feel like if anything, the problem should have been like the commercials. I feel like they would have targeted like play sport and stuff commercials first, because they always have like these girls who are wearing all white and doing all this like extreme stuff because like they're on their periods and their tampons are supposed to be, so helpful. You don't get cramps. You just go and you conquer the day, girl. Like, I feel like they would have targeted the commercials first, because they would have been like, oh, put a transgender male in the commercial. So
but then there's
like,
gonna be
men get periods too. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about transgenders being put in categories when it comes to like sports?
Yeah, because you see those little ads or the stories where it's like transgender female wins the wrestling.
And it's like
they still have that, like if it's
testosterone.
A man,
yeah, they still have that testosterone. Or I feel like when transgender men, women who change to men, go into their sports, it's like they have more of a stigma against them than when men transition to women and go into women's sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So women are trying to like stand up and take back something that we barely had for like 50 years. You know what I mean? Like women just got rights. And now some women look at it as like, oh, men are trying to take those too. Even though I understand, like, you want to be comfortable in your own body and stuff like that. But if you're not taking, like, the hormonal pills and stuff to actually change your body composition on the inside, you still have, like, the biological makeup of a man. So it's unfair to girls because men are, like, naturally, like, bigger than us, stronger than us, faster than us, like, more capable of stuff like that than us. So that's why there's men's sports and girl sports, so it could be fair. You have your own categories. I feel like I wouldn't say like make transgender sports, because then it'll be like, okay, well now they're being labeled as like their own gender when they just want to be a male or a woman, or like not identify as either. You know what I mean?
All I'm gonna say on that, it's like you just gotta be careful with all that. A lot of that be fake, and like not to get like into conspiracies and shit, but I do feel like the people that do run this country, they control the narrative of what we like and what we don't like.
Oh yeah.
And so you see a lot of, if you've been paying attention, you see a lot more things about like transgender, like news and like abortion news and shit, like, and it would be fake. It would just be some made up shit.
Yeah.
Especially on Facebook, people believe everything that they see on Facebook.
Literally,
they don't know how to decipher between.
Just look at
listen. I saw this abortion post with all these pictures and stuff, and I was looking at it because one of the pictures was like a whole baby, like a baby.
They don't even,
not like a big baby, but it was like you could see the feet, the hands, the legs, and they had that. And then I was scrolling through Facebook, and the next day it was like the same picture under this mom's post, and it was her baby that they used for the abortion, but in reality,
it was a miscarriage.
Yeah, and then they were using that, and I was just like, that's effed up, because they're using this mom's pain to push an agenda on us.
Exactly, and it's like people will get on Facebook and use Facebook as Google, like,
yeah. But that's only
like make a status like, hey y'all, what is da 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 da? But it's like, you can Google that and get so many more educated answers. That little era where they got rappers on their songs and was just like trying to twerk and everything else.
They did. They tried to
drop country bangers.
They got their money from us and they went back to.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the only person that truly has stayed true to themselves was probably Selena Gomez.
Yes, like she made a song with A$AP Rocky, but was still her damn self. Like,
yeah, it's not like trying to be like.
She's not trying to do it for any culture. She's just doing it off the love of music.
Shout out to Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I mess with Selena Gomez.
I don't listen to her either.
I love Selena Gomez.
That's how I'm messing with her.
She just dropped a really good song.
Yeah.
And it's about Justin Bieber.
About it.
And it's just like, the thing is, me in middle school, I went to Brown Bars, so I didn't have any black friends. And it was just like, everything that the white kids did, I did. So all of that, like One Direction and like Zayn and Gigi and like
don't you can't use
No. I did, and Elisha made fun of me for it, but it's just like that's what I grew up around.
Yeah, and it's just like Justin Bieber and Selena, like those were my, like, I stand them. That was my life. Like,
I was a hater.
I had One Direction posters all over.
Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. When they broke up, I feel like I got my heart broken. When Zayn left One Direction, me and my friends at school cried all day. Like, we had to go to the guidance counselor and everything because we were like,
oh my god,
really crying in class. Like, what are they gonna do now? Like, Zayn is going solo and like. It was just, no, seriously, like it was so important. Like
I saw he was on the X died.
Everybody,
I'm gonna kill myself. I can't do this no more. Like,
oh God, it was someone who couldn't get up.
People was on Snapchat literally just showing them crying, listening to X. I'm like, why are you doing this, bro?
I mean, it was sad, but
bro, he was out for like
he was popping for like 2 years. Top.
2 years, like.
They already killed themselves, bro. You didn't even know
this man.
I was sad.
Whose man's is this?
I felt when Nipsey died, but I wasn't crying though.
I didn't feel that at all.
No,
I did. I just felt when Nipsey died.
You were the only one that felt that.
I was about to say, the only reason why I felt bad is because I used to listen to him freshman year.
That's like
after that,
like.
After that, I was just like,
yeah, I actually like used to mess with him.
I didn't even know who Nipsey was.
Yeah, the way people boosted up Nipsey Hussle's death really pissed me off.
He's been Tupac. It was like,
he is such a legend. Like, no, he's not.
He did a lot for his
Oh, y'all don't feel like he's a legend?
No. I don't even know a Nipsey Hussle song.
Okay, listen. Nipsey is probably
not in music.
That's what I'm saying. He's more known for what he did for his
community, though. It's not like he did it for even like on a national like level.
Not even regional. He did it for his
like the Bay Area.
Technically regional.
Like he just did it for that small part of California. And it's like he's just like the Chance the Rapper of California.
I want him to say that.
Oh no, that's a bad comparison.
But I love Chance.
But Chance did come back and do stuff for Chicago.
He's like the god of Chicago right now. Like he does so much for all the schools and like everybody there. Like
how you felt about his last album?
Don't even send for me because like I love Chance the Rapper.
You loved his album. His last one.
That's like my favorite rapper. I like how
so I just got
post. So you liked his album?
Yes.
What's it called? Big Day?
Yes. About his wedding. Like
it was ass.
Somebody posted on Facebook that was like, "Wow, the radio just plays anything this day. What the hell is a hot damn hot water hot shower?" I'm like,
okay, but I like that song. I like the song with him and Meg Thee Stallion.
Yes, and like he made then the song with the baby. Like I love Chance the Rapper, so I can listen to. Have y'all ever heard his little Christmas mixtape with Jeremiah?
I did.
No.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, Lil Mo.
Yeah, I heard that.
And they revamped it. They revamped it the next year, and it was like some of the same songs. Then they added a few. But I love Chance the Rapper. I will listen to him literally sing the ABCs to me. Like,
okay.
He made a song with DJ Khaled that's just like, I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. Literally, and then like at the end, he really did sing the ABCs. Like, I guess it was for their kids, but you know.
Chance like really like
okay.
That like he irks me.
He's corny now.
I feel like
I love him. Like, I feel like everything about him is just so genuine to me. Like he's himself. He's not like out here trying to be like all these other.
That's right.
Okay, that's a
cigarettes.
The reason he like, I feel like he did that because he used to be addicted to drugs, you know?
Oh.
That's what he made good music.
Acid rap.
That's what he made good music.
Okay.
Them drugs.
I feel like the reason why people have such a dislike towards the big day or whatever, is because he did such a 180. You can't go.
It was a 180.
That's what I'm saying. You can't go on the track you were going, acid rap, and then what was that one?
Coloring Book.
The Coloring Book was like his redemption album. Like, okay, I fucked up, but now I'm trying to get my bitch back, and I'm praying to God. But
I like the Coloring Book.
I think Coloring Book was like a transition into the big
day. Yeah.
That's what he really wanted.
That was like his redemption album. Like he kind of explained himself. Like, okay, acid rap was me, but I changed myself for my daughter, and I'm trying to get back with my baby mama. And then like the big day was like, look y'all, I did what I said I was gonna do. So I really I have respect for him, and most people aren't gonna relate to Chance the Rapper because they want to relate to people like Quavo and like Offset and Lil Baby and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I got a girl at home, but I got all these hoes, and like I'm out here making this money. But like Chance the Rapper's just like, I love my wife and my daughter and God.
We're not trying to hear about that on the radio, bro. We want to hear.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody relates to that. Like nobody relates.
We do, but we don't want to hear it from Chance.
They should.
Like,
I listen to it hear from
Kendrick. J. Cole.
J. Cole.
See, I'm not fans of them. Like
wow.
I'm a tiny little bit a J. Cole fan.
We get it from Cole though.
But I'm like a fake J. Cole fan. Like I'm not one of those like
Angie.
I'm like I listen to the popular J. Cole songs that like blow, but you won't catch me listening to like a J. Cole mixtape.
Did you listen to KOD?
Well, yeah, that was hard. Like most of his album blew. Like KOD, like most of it blew. You know, so most of the songs were popular. So I heard most of them. I could like sing a few verses of his, like, but not off the top of my head. Like I'd have to hear it, be like, oh, I can sing along to this. Like, Kendrick Lamar, like I used to, y'all. Whenever Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole came out, and they were like, everybody would compare them.
Yeah.
I was like a die-hard Kendrick Lamar fan. Like, promise that you will sing about me, like all that. I love Kendrick Lamar and like his voice and everything else, but like, I'm just, when he dropped that one song, what was it, where he was just like, it was all over the radio, it was all over everything.
Alright.
No, it was like
before or Damn.
I think Damn, like it was one of them. That's
mainstream,
like
humble.
Yeah, like that stuff. Like it turned me off him 100%. I was just like,
it's going mainstream.
Yeah,
I was watching Power the other day, and you know he played a crackhead on Power.
Yeah.
And it made me so mad because I was like, get him off the TV. Like just go sit in a hole. Like go away.
King Kendrick is coming back, y'all. And you know, y'all know everybody gonna be.
I mean, Kendrick was never like up there.
I loved when he made like real
Please
music.
Don't talk
like
about my husband. Please don't talk about my husband.
Yeah.
I think the trend, like after To Pimp a Butterfly, and then he took a little break and came out with Damn. It was just like
Damn is what like
really made. It was like real mainstream.
I feel like Damn was for white people.
Yeah, like how they do it for like mainstream culture. They do it for the kids who want to dance and hang out in Coachella. Like,
I don't know why he did that because he didn't have to be. People was gonna fuck with him regardless.
Exactly.
He could drop his own and go independent.
When I was finding myself, like if anybody knows me, I'm like so like pro-black and like all about black rights and like being true to like your roots and stuff. So me in middle school, my trend, like when I was finding myself and like transitioning from that like mainstream white girl, I was such a like Chance the Rapper, Childish Gambino, Kendrick Lamar, like I was that type of person. Like
yeah.
And it's like those are my top people. My whole playlist, like I could listen to all Chance and all Childish Gambino all day and I would be great. Like
I like Childish.
Because the internet is a slept-on album.
Yeah.
They don't get enough praise like you deserve.
Yeah.
What is that?
Because the internet by Childish Gambino.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm still like that type of person. Like I love that type of music, but I'm also like, I gravitate towards.
You have your fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but a lot of people feel like when you like stuff like that, you can't like stuff on the radio.
It's some people that
it's like damn.
They don't listen to nothing else but YoungBoy.
Yeah, it's genuinely people that listen to just YoungBoy and Kodak.
And they think it's so weird. Like, who's that rapper? I was telling somebody about one rapper. Oh my god, I used to love him. I think like Nav or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was telling somebody about him and they were just like, what am I listening to that for? I was dating this boy, like just recently. I was dating this boy and we still like are in communications, but I told him like, go listen to On Chill by Wale.
Oh, I love that song.
It's like, I'm like, it reminds me of us.
Wale.
We're always arguing. And he's like, what? The fuck I'm listening to Wale for? I'm like, we can't do that cute relationship where we make playlists for each other and even if we don't like it, like, you still listen to it. And he's just like, he like raps himself. So like, he listens to like local rappers and like YoungBoy and Gunna, Lil Baby. Like, I don't know who the F he thinks he is. Like, some
like,
top-notch D-boy. Like,
you're not gonna get nowhere not knowing music. Just
that's what I'm saying.
He was like, Wale. I'm like, you probably heard the song before. He was like, hell no, I ain't listened to no Wale. Like, you probably have. It's a popular song.
You're gonna have to listen to other artists if you're gonna be a rapper or anything.
I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, you can listen to like YoungBoy and all that.
Yeah, that's
and
me. Like,
still listen.
I listen to Kodak and I just recently got into YoungBoy because I used to be like, what is the hype? Every song.
YoungBoy and
Me too.
Kodak,
That's
they
exactly,
listen to other people's music.
That's what I'm saying. No, with the whole YoungBoy thing, I thought every song sounded the same.
Yeah,
So I was
like literally.
what the fuck?
Even now, like most of his songs sound the same, but like he raps well, so like I listen to some of his music now. But like I used to be like Sniper Gang, Kodak, like period. Don't even come to me about slime, like.
Period.
But now it's like okay, that's the most.
Wiping noses.
Right. Slime. Like,
yeah, like slap. Like.
Bro, you're like 23. What are you doing?
Exactly, like AI. Oh, it's me. AI Kendrick. It's me. AI Tommy. Like, no.
They be that.
They be going hard.
It be grown men. They be like, I'm like, okay.
They be going hard for their
like,
rapper.
Okay.
Go do something else. Like,
read a book, bro.
Right.
Slime. Okay.
And people, like, they don't listen to rappers like Black, you know, like 6 Black.
Is it 6 Black?
It's Black.
Okay.
It's Black. But, like, if you say Black, people are like, Black? And you're like, you know, 6 Black? Like, 6 Black. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, I love him. He's, like, one of my tops. I could listen to him in any song. Like, some R&B songs that, like, girls make, you know, like, there's a lot of girl R&B artists, so they get people like Khalid and Black and people like that to get on their songs. And like I hate some girl R&B artists.
Like who?
Do you like Summer Walker?
Summer Walker.
I love Summer Walker.
She don't take showers.
But there's like just like random ones that she does. This is I'm gonna clear this up now. Summer Walker is not dirty. This is what she meant by her post. People take stuff and run with it, like how they said Young Miami lost her virginity in the 3rd grade, like stuff like that. I hate it because they're interpreting it.
How do you interpret that?
Whoa, yeah, I was with you, but then you said that. I was like, she said it.
No, but like she said something about her boyfriend who lost her virginity. And then, like, she went on to say she met him in the 3rd grade, but it got kind of jumbled because you know she can't talk for real.
Yeah,
so
they
it's
don't
like,
speak English.
So yeah, I know they can't. They don't know how.
You be watching like
they don't know how to talk.
They literally cannot have a actually like a
intellectual conversation. Like they don't speak proper English. It's just like, hey.
I seen her and she was like I think it was Young Miami.
Yeah.
See, she was getting interviewed. She looked like she was
struggling. She struggled when she talked on camera. She was like, period. Like,
that's how all you females sound when y'all be doing that shit.
I be trying to defend City Girls, but
yeah, I love them because they rap well. It's just they don't talk well. Like JT, she's smarter than Young Miami. She's obviously the brains, but
that's not much.
But listen though, listen though. Isn't that like how Kodak came out? He didn't really talk like on the interviews.
But Kodak is from Florida.
Yeah.
He from the South, so like the slur.
Yeah.
Okay then, that's what I'm saying though. But that's how Kodak came out.
But it's like you're a grown woman and you talk like a 3-year-old. Like
I always understood Kodak.
Yeah, I
We
have
understood
I never.
because
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But
Yeah.
that's
I
what I'm
never had
saying
problems,
though.
that's
But
what I'm
like
saying.
Kodak and Kodak came out like that. You really couldn't.
Up
You know, a lot
north,
of people.
Yeah, people
Up
used
north,
to say he talked
they
like
didn't-
the little
they
thing
couldn't
on
do
that.
Even like
Yeah.
they said he was mumble rap. Matter of fact.
yeah,
Yeah.
even like YoungBoy, like people.
Please don't talk about Kodak.
Trying to read what. say
Yeah,
what
because
they were
YoungBoy, he floats in every interview. So he's always like, I don't know, like, don't pop a perk before you go get interviewed.
You saw
Now
that
you
video.
itching and you look at him, damn fool.
It was a video of
Little baby. He's like,
popped the crazy.
Fucking
That man was he was literally like tweaking. Like, that man was.
I don't know,
Don't do
y'all.
drugs.
But anyways,
But yeah, Summer Walker is a clean girl. She takes baths, but she was referring to the fact that she's on tour right now on a tour bus. So there's no bathtub. There's a shower. And she's like, whenever I have to like go from place to place, I might skip showers where I'm just on the tour bus till we get to a hotel so I can take a bath. Like, this
So
is my
why-
bath bowl.
Why don't she like taking showers? Like,
That I won't understand because even when you take a bath, you kind of have to take like a mini
Perfect.
shower at the end,
One.
so you like
Perfect.
cleanse.
You want one? Perfect. You want one?
I just had to.
Literally, them perks got these folks
pop perk.
bro get coked out
literally, like, I feel like Pensacola's going out sad.
because they want to be so mainstream, and it's like we don't have hands, don't cut your hair, can't cut your ears, no tattoos, no makeup, like that.
Like Islam.
They're like,
They're extreme. So
How my mama is.
I grew up in a Pentecostal church with my granny and my grandpa. Like, all of us did. After that, like, after my brother passed, something happened. Like, they don't believe in reincarnation or, like, in between spirits. You know, like, once you go to heaven, you there until, like, you don't see these people, these spirits don't visit you, like, stuff like that, until you die and you go to heaven with them. Yeah. And so, growing up, I always got, like, I'm not going to say turned off because that's, like, a weird phrase to use, but, like, I always was rubbed the wrong way about how they perceived, like, sins. And everything was just backwards to me because, like, you say, like, Jesus died for our sins. So, God, like, the way they explain it in Sunday school at a Pentecostal church is you have a napkin that's clean, you have a napkin that's dirty. When you walk into the gates of heaven, Jesus sees you as a dirty napkin. Yeah. But he died for all your sins. So when God sees you, you're pure and you're perfect because you have no sins because, like, you know, Jesus took all your sins basically. Yeah. So to me, that was so confusing because they're like, sin and you go to hell. So I'm like, what? Like,
God
died. What are you talking about?
Which one is it? Like, am I a pure napkin or am I going to hell? So I've always been, like, rubbed the wrong way about the idea of hell in general. Like, I don't really believe in hell. Yeah. I feel like we kind of are already, I won't say punished because, like, we're learning, but, like, we kind of are already in the lowest rank of life until you, like, ascend to whatever, the spirit world or nirvana or heaven or whatever you want to call it. But with me,
research?
Yeah, like,
You read a lot?
I read a hell of a lot. Like, I'm a nerd, so with this particular thing, like, I took a AP course, like, my 9th grade year, and this was, like, the first time I really ever questioned Christianity because when you learn about, like, the Bible and, like, the different versions and stuff, they don't never tell you, like, what was happening behind that. And this was around the time that, what was that movie? Like, the Nat Turner movie where they, like, reported all the slaves.
Yeah. I
so
know where you're going.
When I was learning about AP European history, like, it's going back, like, centuries.
Yeah.
Telling about how the kings paying the popes to write this in the Bible, to preach this at the sermons, and, like.
You know about the Council of Nicaea?
I mean,
Constantine.
Oh yeah. So, like, with all that, it's like the kings are trying to paint themselves as God. Like, I'm a holy, I'm divine because I have such a better life than you. So stay down till you come up and you'll live like me too. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. And just, if you follow these rules that the Pope is telling you, you'll move up in the ranks and you'll be closer to God like me. But in reality, it was just all corrupt. So that got me thinking, like, what are they preaching to us?
Show you from the broader file.
Like, because slaves couldn't read, couldn't write, but we weren't the first, like, we weren't the first ones being manipulated. We weren't the first ones being taken advantage of.
Right. Yeah.
There were poor peasants that were white people in Europe, just didn't have no money, couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't do nothing but labor, you know? So they look into religion as their stronghold to just not say fuck my life, basically. So now you got these kings and these popes all corrupt in the church. You got the folks raping kids, like
Pastors.
yeah, like
These pastors down here wilding.
Pastor Wilson.
He said, I don't give a fuck. He did not care.
But yeah, so that was like the first time I ever got like, I started questioning stuff like that, doing my own research. Found out, okay, Christianity wasn't even the first religion. Like,
You study African history?
yeah, like I'm all into all of that.
Spirituality and stuff.
And so like, that's when I started looking into like Hinduism. Like, that's the first religion, like, that's the first one that they can date back to. Yeah, like trace back. And you look at like the Mayans and all that, and it's just like, there was so many other practices before we started praying to like this.
Stolen, it's a lot of it's stolen information.
If you look through every religion, you can point out a story in like Aztec mythology and like stuff like that.